Well, we're back and ready for action in Order of Battle World War II, playing the Red Star DLC. We're in the Winter War as the Soviets, bringing the Finnish to their knees because they didn't give in to our demands to give up territory near Leningrad. And yeah, they need to be punished. How dare they choose their own interests over those of the Soviet Union? That's just unforgivable. Especially since all the people who lived here definitely wanted to become part of the Soviet Union anyway. Like, I'm quite sure all of them really wanted to. And that's what all the newspaper said in the Soviet Union. I mean, it must be true. Why would they lie about that? Anyway, the Finnish are getting pretty beat up here. Do we need to protect my artillery? But I'll pursue these guys with the cavalry, so the engineers will likely attack them because it's a pretty good target for them. Whereas for me, it's an even better target because it's one of my auxiliary units. Yeah, that means my core units won't be hit. Surprised this hasn't seceded to me. They might have an infantry in here. That'll be some trouble. Well, let's go after the higher strength one. I think, well, we're not in trouble as is, but things are a bit more challenging up here because still needed artillery to bear. Might have been better to put it on the road, but I thought that if something comes, it will likely stop there. Yeah, not gonna attack with you guys. So, oh, now you're good at moving, huh? I see. When you have to retreat, suddenly they move a lot faster. Oh, they already have 2 stars of experience. We still need to defeat 2 Finnish airplanes, which so far I haven't seen at all yet. So that might become an issue. I'm gonna stay in the woods here because I think it's a lot safer. We have better defense that way. I'm gonna move these guys up though, and they'll be in an excellent position to soak up damage. Aw, come on. Repairing, really? Well, the AI is doing work here. Very impressive. Still no air units. Yeah, let's just go after these guys here. Take them down one by one. Where did they go? Probably up here. So getting in there with the engineers and then using that. I actually did not want to go in there, but that accidentally happened. So, my bad. Definitely trying to nick off a few pieces out of that. So, you guys can have your fun with the BA-10 now, if you so choose. Yeah, it's even... wow. Oh well, we get 13 per turn, so... there's definitely an enemy soldier in there. There's no doubt in my mind. Alright, can we finish him off? Come on. Yes, we did. Okay, great. Let's go around. and take our first objective. No, they have an anti-aircraft gun there, so that's not happening. Let's just send these guys back for refueling already. I actually think they have nothing in Canal Jarvi. With the troops they send out, that is most likely. Yeah, if they send their 1 strength unit in there, that indeed means that they're completely empty. Are they gonna attack here? Wow, that's ballsy. Thought they go for the recon, but that's okay too. Now that the tank will be back up to full strength, I will also take care of the heavies here. Heavy 37. Okay, they probably won't retreat from this. I can attack here, make them retreat, and go in here, take the city, get the objective. Special event, good start. So far our operation is going as planned, as your troops were able to seize their first objectives in time. Great. I guess they were. Yeah, let's move in here, maybe nick them. Great. It's a bit too much, I think. We'll never finish them off that way. Right, I guess we advance? I guess so. I think actually that right up here in the middle, I kind of want to link up both forces so that the risk of getting out of supply is not there. Okay, well we'll follow that up somehow. I don't want to advance too far in one go, because if they counterattack, moving with trucks is not particularly great, and since these are already exhausted, yeah, I want to be careful here. Okay. Special event, forward airstrip. Oh yes, our logistics units established another airstrip in order to sustain air operations in this low infrastructure area. Nice. Further 7th Army units are arriving. Utilize them to protect rear areas against enemy flanking attacks while your spearheads are rushing forward. Alright, well we know there's a unit in here. Yes, there is. Because this territory wouldn't go to me. And if there would not have been any units, then this territory would have gone to my influence, because I own at least, you know, a circle of hexes around it. So let's just use these guys and finish them off. They have no efficiency, so oh yeah, of course I can't attack with that. And let's move the artillery forward. So I guess we get to do the same out here. Let's use these guys to finish off whatever they have in Mustamaki, which will be more challenging because if they have a unit there, it will be in supply. I'm kind of surprised that they send a unit there. Yeah, we'll see though. I'm very happy with that forward airstrip, to be honest. That's pathetic, actually. Now, if I could, I'd rather... Alright, this is fine. Finish them off this way, because now get to attack here and here. Finish these other guys off as well. Consolidate my position. And you know, we still have to take down the artillery, but besides that, we're good to go. So I'm 2 hexes away from that airfield. So if I just move in here, attack, and then here, these guys can land there on the next turn. And I can already send these guys back, so they'll be sent out on the next turn. And that way I can keep circulating my air force as well. Of course, these guys still gonna land here and then move out on the next turn too. And I'll let the cavalry try to join up with these guys, because I need one group to go up to Pergjärvi and the other one to Kaukjärvenkila. Kaukjärvenkila? I'm butchering these names way too much. We still know that they have some anti-aircraft around here somewhere. I've seen it. Alright, I know there's nothing in these hexes, so let's just keep them in the woods. And they're at... yeah, that's sure. So, for them to basically cross the river, I guess they could do it, but they would have to be like 1, 2, 3 hexes. I'm gonna let these guys recover for a bit and get back up to 10 efficiency, I think. Not you, though. Good. That means we finally have a target for air forces. Let's take a look in these woods. It's not likely that they'll have something, but I kind of want to scout out this territory here, and we'll see if they counterattack. The most important thing is that they don't take our initial depot or cut off our forces from the depot itself. Okay, maybe I just didn't take it. I kind of forgot what happened there. So I was totally in the impression that there would have been a unit there. Because I really can't remember. But then I guess it wasn't. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna land these guys now. They will be on me on the next turn, but if it's just a fighter, I am not too concerned here. Yeah, sure. Where are they gonna go? 2 hexes up. Guess that would be a bit of a problem. Yeah, like I said, this is a bit risky because if they come down here, they're gonna get attacked. But that's why I'm using the auxiliary unit. You know, I can totally see them getting a counterattack from this side, even though I need to go up. Let's just take it slow for a bit, because we do have until the 30th turn. Now, I don't want to get into trouble here. That's true, but... And I need to wait for my artillery to catch up for a bit anyway, so I'll just link up this territory, make sure we're in supply. Like, I think my supply is pretty dangerous, because if they would cut me off here, all these forces would be in trouble. So that's definitely cause for concern, I think. As I thought, that's exactly why they were talking about that. Alright. Conscripts should suffice. And let's get these guys moving. Yeah, let's link them up. And then that also allows us to see whether there are enemy troops in here. If there are not, then great. I think my position is secure. If there are, well, we'll be in trouble. Let's also detach some units to go after this area. Because I could also see the enemy then attacking from this side while we try to move up. At least that's what the order states. And well, I'm inclined to believe them. I mean, it seems to be true so far, so... let's get on the road here. Alright. I should have a total of 4 fighters. I thought I did. Didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, this hurts, but we already knew that going into this campaign. Our air force is absolute garbage, and I think the Fokker D21 model is probably pretty good, actually. I mean, it's actually on par with our planes, but has much higher defense, and of course they're at 13 strength, and I think for the air forces that really hurts. Well, nothing yet. Still gonna use these forces to advance, I think, leaving the rear area units to deal with any counteroffensives. Alright. I have to get closer to that heavy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I should be able to shell that on the next turn. That's where all my costly repairs are gonna go to. Repairing those planes. Yeah, that's... Oh, I see. I knew it. Oh, that's why I did this. So, I'm probably gotta pull back a little bit to deal with such a counteroffensive. And here, too. Called it. Definitely called it. Little surprised about this one, but with the BT, we should be fine. Right, not too shabby. And there's also... Oh no, they cut it off, so we can't be sure. I can use the conscripts to scout this area a little bit, these forests. It's unlikely they'll have something there, although they might have something close to here if this territory doesn't secede to me, because usually they do that when a city is taken. It'll be problematic to see them take the territory back. You know, I think this is likely a static unit. So I'm much better off just trying to deal with the counteroffensive here first. So I could already attack that, incurs another damage. Let's just deal with the plane first. This seems to be the best odd. And if I'm gonna take damage here, I might just as well get it on the already damaged unit. So this, well, that's a shame. I'd hope that guy would remain unscathed then. At least I took down my first aircraft. Nice. Let's go for the obvious first, and deal with the more difficult later. Definitely going after this infantry here. Staying in the woods, protect these infantry quite well, and I'll just back up a bit, or they will encircle me and make sure that I'm cut off from supply, and that would be kind of bad. Alright, let's move you into the forest hex, and attacking there is useless. But I certainly want to cover my myself. So yeah, maybe attacking here is actually better. So just going in here for the attack, then from the other side and link up again. And get the other tanks to counter on that side. So you know, they can't really do a whole lot. And if I move the engineers in the woods, they're either likely to attack the recon or these guys. Either which way, it will be fine. Now, the situation here is a bit more tricky since I need to defend this area against 2 infantry, because we know there's another one here. It's not that bad as long as they don't cut me off. That's why I also have this infantry here, of course. Ultimately, I'll be able to defeat them, but I'm more concerned with the troops up north and being cut off. As for the recon, just gonna move it back for a bit. Make sure that its supply is good. So it will be back up to 10 in efficiency. Okay, moving in here. So they went for the engineers, not the recon. That's both good and bad, I guess. They're getting more damage from the recon. Ah, that's why this guy went up. So there was an infantry here, which I thought would go down, but I guess it went there. That's fine. At least it exposed. It seems like I have another infantry thwarting my plans to improve my supply in the center. Well, they can't keep that up forever. Okay, so my flank for now is secure on that side. If I can get these guys over to this hex, I can see whether there are still some troops out here in this region. Right, the area that I need to check most is this one. So, while well, Let's see first here, though. I think I'm gonna give these guys elites. I would like to get them up to 1 star at least. So they will deal a bit more damage. Alright. Let's make sure they don't take that victory hacks. That would be problematic. Alright. Just shelling the enemy ski troops here. But I'll be using my artillery on this one because I can easily attack these. Yeah, they were bound to take some damage at some point, you know. They've been holding out for a long time, even if the odds are 0, they still take damage because this game actually does take decimal damage, but you just don't see it. So I expected them to start hurting at some point. It's just a question of when. Okay. I think just moving the tank here and giving it some replacements, they will likely go in here and attack. Unless I put the recon up here. Let's see what they do. I'm curious. This is a better target for them, so they might do that. And next turn, these guys are gonna go out again, so it's no use moving either of these two inside. They haven't shown themselves to be moving this far, so I think that's safe. I mean, it's never safe, but you're gonna recover, and let's send you here to plug the gap. And I'm gonna do a bit of scouting here. Alright. And we also see our second plane here, so we'll be able to snag that. We're still a ways away from Pergyurvi because of the counterattacks, and we're consolidating here. So we gotta hurry up, though. It's also not as if I can just keep moving with these troops and leave the rest to all the auxiliaries. Because, well, it's not as if they're too weak, but we'd definitely be cut off from supply. And I'm trying to save some prestige here for when Barbarossa starts. So great, they went for the recon. Perfect. And they also went for the engineers. Great. They'll probably destroy that, but since it's an auxiliary unit, I don't care. So unfortunately for those troops, that was my plan all along. Okay. New fighter, more damage on my own airplanes. They're still counterattacking. At least we're getting in some decent hits. And I'll give these guys elites too, because why not? Look, if we can afford it, I might just as well do it. Let's see if we actually can get there. Yeah, I don't mind blocking their way here. So they'll probably attack that. Alright, like I said, I want to check this. Oh, I already have this territory, so they have nothing there. Alright, good to know. So my supplies now will pretty much always be secure. I don't really expect any issues then. More Finnish troops. Oh. Yeah, I actually don't expect them to retreat. Oh, they did. Well, that's also fine. Let's get the cavalry back. So let's start dealing with these guys. I actually need to send the tanks over to this road because moving through the woods is probably not ideal. Moving so slow. Come on, don't be like this. Don't go. Please. I want to destroy you. Please go down to 1. No. Oh well. Yeah, maybe this was also a tad much. Look, I care for my auxiliary units so little that I really didn't even consider that they would go down there and I would take damage. It's that bad. It actually is that bad. Don't know what happened. Something is going on. Oh, they're attacking here with the new unit. Ah, okay. Alright, likely this is the last of the enemy troops, of the counteroffensive at least. I think down here, that's my guess. So I think after this, probably this flank is secure. And I still have to deal with these guys, but I can do that along the way. Like, I think I don't... Yeah, let's actually finish them off. Leaving units out to repair and get back to me is probably not a good idea. Alright, advancing with my artillery at the front. They still have a heavy in there, so I have to be careful, but positioning myself so I can attack it is probably a good idea. So they have another plane. Just moving these up there. Alright. Let's deal with the new threat as well. And luckily, I get to move all the way out here with my tanks, so I have a good hit on them. Still not too keen on attacking these guys, so probably just best to go after them. And yeah, I'll see what they do. If they want to attack my core units, I guess it's fine for a turn. And since I need to move up anyway, it might be better. Huh, just repairing is fine too. Alright, seems like they're just ready for attacks. Oh, you're so close to the objective. And unfortunately for you guys, you're never gonna reach it. Alright, let's do one more turn. And wrap things up. Alright, let's just finish them off. And here too. Bye-bye. And that means I can start moving forward again. Gonna need to let them recover, but I kind of want to scout those heavies so that I can at least advance again a little bit, because now these guys are doing absolutely nothing, and that's a bit of a waste. Sure. Okay, so no enemy units down here. They aren't finished off. Wow. Alright, conscripts, here you go. I should have moved them. Stupid. Oh well. Alright, we know there was another unit coming from this side, so I'll gladly protect that area so I can move up with my artillery. Wouldn't want them to go and crash down on them. Naturally, advancing up to here with you guys is fine. Yes, as long as I make sure not to get cut off, this is already looking good. I'm not going to be able to link up my forces a second time, so I better make sure that the base for my supply, which is down here, is solid. And now that that's good, I think we can keep going. That's a recon unit? Well, I'll attack any air unit. Then it can't attack back. Yeah, here we are. Wow, that's quite a bit of damage that they are able to do there. Impressive. There we have the heavies. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off here. I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll wrap this mission up in the next episode. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.